It's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the curve really. It's me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could sing to say. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just off of writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Come.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Michaels. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Try to get that one to Chris Olave. And it's third down. You look at this Niner defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Michaels. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Jones. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7-0.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Michaels. That is caught by him. 23 yards the pickup there.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. The Cowboys at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
18, Cardinal, 18, go!
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go!
Back to throw. Michaels. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7.
Ready! Liking 18!
Looking to throw. Michaels setting up a screen for Harvey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over to the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he hits it in stride. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
70 Lions!
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Purdy. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And going the books is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Two yards to go, 2nd down.
Shut up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy,
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off-play action. Michaels. Will find Lamb. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, this is one wide receiver whose toughness will never be questioned because he fires off the line of scrimmage, runs his route, and he understands sometimes the collision is going to happen. In this case, steals himself well, keeps the arms extended, and makes a big-time catch.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I see the bunch of mean guys in the band that are tired. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to rock the killer vibe. Probably the beast we die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized. the thighs. Whipping on it like I'm picking the pride. Hit the crib with it.
Let's go.
Toss to Harvey, running right.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead is now 10-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And Charles, if you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then you're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Purdy tosses out wide, complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
And the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Jones now in motion left. Play action. Now Purdy. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
A run up the middle with Irving. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Purdy. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Throwing here, Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him ran complete. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Shotgun now with Purdy. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Get set.
Purdy. Called in left side here by Jennings. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out.
Back to throw, Purdy.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get set. Get set. I can run something.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Jones has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, 49ers.
Outside. 18.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Get set. Get set. Run around, so.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
Complete to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Bengals passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Handoff running left, Irving. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Get set. Watch out.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Purdy looking to throw. That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 22.
First and goal, San Francisco.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. Irving will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here to their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Michaels. There's Chris Olave. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Chris Olave, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Aubrey now for the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
And he'll get it near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Purdy now to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every.
One of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Purdy. That's caught out right by Jennings. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Watch out!
From the gun on 3rd down. Purdy able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Get set.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
2nd down and 3. Purdy off the play fake. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 13 yards out. And the 49ers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Michaels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Michaels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Back to the same target, Campbell. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Conway. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2nd down and a yard. Now a first carry for their fullback. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Michaels. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Michaels pushes him aside at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Purdy. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
On the handoff, this is Irving. And he's going to have a Niners first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Once again, it's Irvin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
A run, here's Lipke. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's Purdy to throw. That is caught. Breaks through the contact. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, 49ers.
come up. 1st and 10 here.
Get set.
Here's a handoff to Irvin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10.
Get set. Get set. Up.
On the ground, Lipke. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. Looked like an issue with his snap, but he pulled it wide left. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. In that case, the game will end right there. So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. An even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in the game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll try the left side. Conway. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a give, right side. Conway trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Looking to throw. Michaels. He's got his target. That's complete. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little.
And this is a touchdown. That's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Finding space at the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Here's Purdy. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Offensively, back-to-back, really nice plays. This defense, they got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Purdy to throw. And this is caught. Jennings. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing. Purdy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. To throw is Purdy. Touchdown!
They're down in this part of the field, CD. They love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
Niners will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
Niners 32, Cowboys 31.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for San Francisco, it's a second win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Dallas, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.